Hey, what's going on, obscure mic people? It's Bart coming at you yet again with another microphone video. And today in the studio, I have a new one from my friends at Tonor. Tonor. I hate to say toner because that's like printer ink. So let's call it Tonor. It's the Tonor. It's the Tonor T20. Okay. So I got this from Tonor. They wanted me to check it out. They sent it to me with an unbiased review request, and I will not be biased at all. So this kit will run you about $60. Let's take a look at everything that comes with the Tonor T20 kit. All right, so let's take a look at what comes in the box for the Tonor TC20 kit. First off, we throw off that, and we have a shock mount, your standard shock mount. Standard as in, it's a shock mount you get with everything, in my opinion. You get the Tonor T20 boom arm. Now, I did a review on this boom arm. You can find it up at the link in the description. It's a nice heavy duty boom arm, and it will hold an SM7B no problem. Also has a headphone mount to store your headphones. And let's see, how'd that happen? And then you've got the microphone. I haven't even unboxed this yet. The Tonor TC20 microphone. Got the nice Tonor logo on it. It's very reminiscent of like the CM25 from Focusrite, if I have to say so myself. Anything else in the box? Yeah, there's more. Holy cow. Wow. So you also get a windscreen, and since it's stuck to it, you get the little Velcro straps. You get a pop filter. It's a pop filter. Yes. And an XLR to XLR cable. Dude, Tonor is hooking me up, man. We'll use this windscreen in just a few minutes. But yeah, thanks, Tonor. Hooked me up. Let's get this video back on the road. Okay. So for $60, not a bad get. I've already talked about the T20 boom arm, and that thing is, honest to God, it's one of my favorite boom arms for the money because it will hold a lot. It doesn't squeak. It's got a nice big chunky bass. That's what she said. Oh. And it's just a nice boom arm. It's so much nicer than the Neewars of the world. It's a good boom arm. So let's go ahead and get through the T20 review here with some plosives first. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple pizza. Cuts out real hard. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple pizza. Let's put on the provided windscreen. Whoop. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple plosives. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple plosives. All right, so we're going to take the windscreen off, and we'll get right up on the Tonor T20. And when you do get right on top of the Tonor T20, this is what it sounds like when you're right on top of the Tonor T20. All right, let's, I keep wanting to stick it back on. Off-axis noise rejection. Directly into the microphone. 90 degrees into the microphone. Not bad for a condenser. 180 degrees. Not too bad. Not too shabby. 90 degrees. And back around to the front of the microphone. And for the sake of the review, let's go ahead and put the windscreen back on. Now you saw the accessories. You get the shock mount. You get an XLR cable, a pop filter, and more. The boom arm was like $30 by itself. So you take this kit, you get the $30 boom arm, essentially we'll call it a $20 microphone, and then maybe the rest of the accessories add up to $10. It's actually more than that, but this is a pretty good deal. Now, As far as the initial thoughts on the microphone, I don't have any comparison mics. For real, I will eventually, but this small channel just cannot afford to keep its mics. If I want more and if I want to do more reviews, I have to sell merchandise to get merchandise, except for when people send it to me. I admittedly have no condensers except handheld condensers right now. That's how much my life is in shambles. It's not really. I do okay, but me and the wife got an agreement. I keep this hobby and the funds that go in and out separate from our life funds. Hashtag life funds. And sometimes I get a little offset. I don't always break even. Sometimes I buy mics. I sell them. I lose on them. Sometimes I gain on them. Just depends on the mic. The more obscure the mic is, the harder it is to sell. Nobody knows what the hell it is. They're like, oh, sweet. I would never sell it, but Avlex, hell yeah. They don't say that. They don't say that. They say, what? Why does he want so much for a microphone I've never heard of? Good question, bro. Good question. So I don't have any condensers to compare it to right now, and that's okay. If you do want to help me out, there's a PayPal link for a donation. You can also just watch the videos. I am in the partnership program. That does help some. Or you can buy stuff like the T20 off Amazon. It's an affiliate link, and it does help me. By all means, honestly, it doesn't matter to me whether you donate or buy from Amazon. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for that. But if you do want more from the channel has to grow. Things have to happen. You know, people have to click links. But if not, it's fine. I don't mind doing a mic with no comparisons. Not at all. I've went on way too long about things that aren't relevant to the microphone. Tonor T20, I think out of the box with no processing or anything like that, it's not bad. $60, the boom arm, honestly, not too shabby. I normally like my mics to sound a little flattish, and I don't think this sounds necessarily flat, but there's an odd lack of clarity up top. I'm not used to the Tonors of the world and other microphones that aren't just household names not being overly bright. And this is not overly bright. It's kind of honestly, it's kind of a nice, smooth, dark-ish sound. Not super dark, but a little bit dark-ish. And there's not a lot that I just dislike about it. I think this is one of those microphones with a little bit of processing is going to outperform its price class. It does not sound bad to my ears. It doesn't sound great to my ears either, but it is much more workable. I feel like the more Tonors and Fi-Fines of the world that come in, I feel like they're actually striving to improve the quality of their sound. Newer, Xingyu, and all the BM800 ripoffs, they're not. They're just trying to bank off that stuff. I feel like Tonor is making a real effort to provide great value with their microphones. Let's see what this microphone sounds like when we add some processing. Like I said, I have no qualms about using this. No one is going to know that I'm on a Tonor. They're just going to be like, he sounds okay. Now, some of you guys who are audio nerds like myself are going to say, it's okay for the money. But I actually kind of, the more I talk into this, the more I dig it a little bit. I don't think it's bad. Now, something I've noticed, just my hands, like hitting stuff, I'm tapping the XLR cable and it's making a noise. Tapping the stand, not as bad as the XLR cable. Tapping the microphone, definitely a hollow shell of a microphone. But hey, if you don't touch it and you have it on a boom arm and you got it in a shock mount, probably going to be okay. So let's go ahead and throw some processing on the T20 just to see what it sounds like with compression and a de-esser. And we'll try we'll try to give it some more top end, and we'll see what happens with some low end. So this is the microphone with compression, de-esser, and a little extra bottom. I'm going to turn that little extra bottom off. I don't think it needs it. So now, yeah, dude, I touched this cable and it's like World War III. Just keep wanting to poke at it. That's what God, that's a terrible one. I'm getting bad with those. So anyways, this is compression, not a big bottom. You get a little more of the top end clarity out of it. To me, it brings it out to the forefront a little, but not a ton. Let's see what happens when we throw on an oral exciter, which is some extra top end. I just engaged that, and we've got some crispiness up top. This is one of the rare microphones. The oral exciter is not awful when you turn it on. I'm not a big fan of the exciter. It's not great. But it's not awful, but I do hear a bacon-like sizzle up top, and it's just a little bit too much for me. So turn the oral exciter back off. I do think the hollowness of the microphone combined with the fact that it is a cheaper condenser, I do feel a little bit of a hollow, airy sound. Now, some people like that. I don't. I like a really dead sound. I don't like a lot of air or hollow sound. I don't like that bubble sound. And I feel like I'm in a little bit of a bubble with this microphone. But that being said, I just don't think it's that bad. I think for the price, the boom arm, seriously guys, the boom arm is worth it. It's worth every bit of half of that price, if not a little bit more. So to get a microphone, a starter kit, I'm going straight to the whole starter kit thing. This is a pretty solid starter kit that can get you through for good. If you never really get into audio and up your game, this is going to be okay. This is going to be better than a lot of options, but it's also going to be a good starter option. And as you learn and figure things out and you want to upgrade and do more, you can. You've got a good boom arm already. You've got a windscreen, a shock mount. You could upgrade your condenser a little bit if you need to, but if you're doing podcasting and you got a treated room, or if you're doing gaming and you've got, a pretty dead room, you got a couch in there and some blankets and a bed, this could sound honestly pretty solid. This sounds way better than the first couple mics that I started out with when I started doing podcasting. So the Tonor T20 for the price, listen, the boom arm is big to me. I know I've said it so many times, but I give this a green light because of the boom arm alone. The fact that the microphone doesn't sound like absolute trash, because it doesn't. It sounds okay. Let's turn the processing off. The mic does not sound terrible. It's not great by any means, but listen, for $60, you could do so much worse. How many times have I said that? So Tonor T20, gave it the green light. Let's go ahead and sing something into it. On the road again. I'm getting sick of singing on the road again. So maybe I'll just throw in something for my friends. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. Don't remember the rest, 'cause the Rembrandt sucked. Do. Was it the Rembrandts? Who sang that shit? There's a Friends reboot coming. I'm going to tell you something, because I'm not a macho man. Oh, yeah. I am, I'm just a guy, just a dude. Pretty excited that there's going to be a Friends reboot. Don't care what you think. I liked Friends. I enjoyed it. So what? Kind of excited. All right. T20 from Tonor. Thanks for sending it to me, by the way, Tonor. The microphone is out. Bark is out. I think it's a good starting option that is actually a little bit more premium than most starting options. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you want the mic and you want to help me get in a freaking condenser that I can compare stuff to. God, I sound so desperate. I'm not that desperate. I've got some really good mics in here. They're just dynamics. Grab it at the affiliate link down below. It helps obscure mics. Thank you. Peace out.